Even in Congo, they have got something like this. Even in Congo, I saw it in Goma. So this chair was used by our first president, Jomo Kenyatta. These ones are the ones who collaborated, right? Yeah, the collaborators, traitors. This is a Field Marshal Dedan Kimathi's jacket. Oh man, so here's the jacket used by Dedan Kimathi, man. Look here, man. These are freedom fighter, man. Forefathers. He was captured in 1956. Here he is, man, our hero, man. Look at his dresses, man. He used to dress like this. Ah, man, these were idiots who were selling brothers, man. Wow. My name's Mtala the Voice. So, my whole life, I have never been a fan of reptiles. And to be specific, I've never been a fan of snakes. So today, I just want to go to the Kenya museums at the snake park so that you can be able to experience this for the first time, because I've never been there. I've never had that experience, and I just need to go. Here in Nairobi, Kenya, Africa, my name's Mtala the Voice, and let's go. So right there, that is the museum hill. I want to cross the road. So it's morning here in Nairobi, Kenya, Africa, and yeah, this is the environment right now. That is the expressway. We normally have a very beautiful scenery here at the museum hill. So I want to cross to that other side. So let's cross. I need to be careful here. Let's cross. So I'm headed there. So I've already crossed. Now we're headed right there. So that's where I'm headed to. So let's go. Yeah, it is. I hope that they're going to allow me to record while getting inside. So let's get inside and see. So I've already entered the main gate now, headed towards that other side. That side. So let's go and see, because I've been told the other side that it is where I'm supposed to do the payment now. So let's go. So this is how it looks when you get inside. It's actually very beautiful, yeah? The environment, something like, is this a dinosaur? The environment, so beautiful. So I'm headed this side. So let's go. Already inside now. It's time to go. Pay 300. That is for double for the snake park and the museum. So let's go. Now we're inside the museum. What is this? These are types of birds. All right. So I know there's a weaver bird. I know that is a peacock. I don't know the other ones. I know this one also, but I don't know the English name. I just know my vernacular name. All right. The mutonyi. Mutonyi is a headdress made by Maasai youths, preferably from big and colorful birds. Oh, wow. So this is it, man. Wow. All right. Now let's move to the next one. What are all these calabashes for? Different types of calabashes. I need some information about this one. Oh man. What are all these for? There's no information. What is that all for, man? I don't know that. Help me in the comment section if you know these. I need you to tell me. What are all these for, if you've been in this museum before? Different kinds that you can find in the African cultures. All right, now let's move to the next one. So, is this a musical instrument? The Siwa ceremonial side-blown horn is one of the most distinctive items of regalia from sub-Saharan Africa. This is made of ivory. 1688 is from the Pate Island. Among the Swahili people, the Siwa was perceived as a symbol of unity. Wow. So this is made out of ivory. You can see this, man. These are prehistoric things, man. 1688 up to today, man. Whoa. Let me move back so that I can be able to see properly. This one is Kyondo. These are These are traditional baskets. This is common. Like in most African countries, they have this one. Especially the Kamba community in Kenya are the ones who normally make these ones, even the coastal region of Kenya. You see, students have come here. So this is common, but this big one, I've never seen this big. I know. I've seen this one, I've seen this one, I've seen this one, not the bigger one, or the biggest one. All right, let's move to the next one now. What do they have here? So this is the sambo, also known as sambut. Sambo or sambut is a clock made of from skins of six monkeys, such as the stuffed ones. Next to it, decorated with pieces of black and white columnus skins. The clock is worn by leaders of the Kalenjin people during the occasions and ceremonies. Please know that it is not sustainable to kill these animals. So this was mostly worn by the, this is the animal. This is the animal. This monkey, type of monkey. And now it makes this one. So the Kalenjin people, Kenyan community, who reside at the Rift Valley part of the country, that is Kenya, East Africa. Wow. So this is how it looks like, man. Then we have this one. Butterflies. Different kinds of butterflies. What are these? So the artwork represents the mosaic map of Kenya, which has been made using a collection of butterflies from various parts of the country. Butterflies are quite diverse in terms of their size and color. So these butterflies, they're very diverse from different parts of the country, man. So it is a mosaic thing that has been made, this is a map of Kenya. For those who have never seen the map of Kenya, so this is how it looks like. The map of Kenya, it looks like this. So all these are butterflies from different parts of the country, from northern part, northeastern part, central part, western part, the coastal part, eastern part, Rift Valley parts of the country. Wow. So this is northern Kenya, these are northeastern, this is the coastal region, central region, Rift Valley, Nyanza region, or the western region. Eastern region is just here, almost in the middle, just next to Nairobi. Wow, so this is how it looks like, man. What about this one? So these are called abo. Abo is a musical instrument used by the Luo community. It is a combination of guards leading to a horn at a tip. The guards are held together by wax and guarded back of the power tree or grewa. Abo is blown during the important ceremonies and used for entertainment. So this is how it looks like. So this is from the Luo community. Luo community are Nilots, the River Lake Nilots community of Kenya. Wow. So let me go back so that you can be able to see it properly. It is made of calabashes or something like that. Look at it properly. Yeah, man. This is how it looks like, man. So here we are in the museum, man. The museum. So let's continue going. The Great Hall of Mammals. So here is where we go next. Man. So these are artifacts. Now, they're not real ones, actually. Is this one a real one? I need to understand, but I don't think so. This is just artwork. So here's the elephant. I think here's its skeleton. Have the giraffe here. These are okapi. What is the name? Okapi. I don't know this animal. I've never seen this one. All right. Here, a giraffe. Giraffe is common. Here's a buffalo. Buffalo, even in the previous video that I've shown you when we were at Nairobi National Park, at the animal orphanage, we were able to see this one. All right. So these are just artworks. These are made of marsabit. So, man, It is a very popular elephant here in Kenya, and there is artwork of a giraffe. Okay, let's move. How is it so far? We are in the Kenya Museum right now. So let's go to Convergence. I want real art. So I see there is one here. So let me show you. Right. Here it is. Advoc. Looks like this. Is it a real one? Looks like a real one. Yeah, it's a real one, man. It is a real one. But this is not a real one. This is not a real one. Or is it? Man, they're real, man. It's not just art, man. They're real ones. Even this one, it has been preserved. The real one. These are tree hacks, high wax. This one. Wow. Man. They're real, man. I never knew, man. Have been dried or have been preserved. Wow. All of them are real, man. Which animal is this? Tell me in the comment section. You need to know. All of them, man, they're real, man. Man, they have been preserved. Have been preserved. Even this one. This is real. Wow. This is an artwork. Wow. This in Swahili, you hear kujitolea mhanga. So this in Swahili is called mhanga. Wow. Look at this. Spring hair. Wow. It is a rodent. Oh, man. Wow. This is a cheetah. So the other, now there is a cheetah. Now I know. Now I know the difference between a cheetah and a leopard. What about this one? What is the name of this one? Clip Springer. They're all real. Look at this. Very interesting. Wow. All of these are real, man. So there is a portal, there is an African palm, civet, there's an African giant squirrel. So this one is a portal, this one here, and this one is a African palm, civet. But this one is a squirrel. This is an African giant squirrel, and I know these are Columbus monkeys. I think so. All of them are real, so they have been preserved. Man, this is so interesting. Do you know this squirrel that looks like a bat? It flies. Lodi Dabian. What is it, man? Is it a bat? Wow. Have you seen this one? I don't know if you've ever seen this. This squirrel flies. It looks like a bat. Wow. And this now is a bat. There are different kinds of bats. All of them, they're different. All different. Let me show you their names. So we have bats in Swahili is called popo in Swahili. The opulated fruit bats. Which one now? I think this one. Not very sure. I think this one. Fruit bat. Then we have got wing-lipped bat. Okay. Which one among them? Is it this one or this one? And then we've got the Lord Darby's anomaly. Anomaly. How do you pronounce that? Tell me in the comment section. So this one is something kind of like a squirrel. Then we move to the next one. Wow. So we are in the Kenya Museum right now, in Nairobi, Kenya, Africa. So we've got a gorilla here. But do you have a gorilla in Kenya really? I don't think so. Maybe if you have seen a gorilla in Kenya, you tell me in the comment section. So gorillas are closely related to us and have the same number of teeth. However, because they eat tough plants, their teeth are much bigger and their huge jaws muscles are supported in a crest running along the top of their skull. But I don't think if you've got this one here in Kenya. It is a real one, man. Wow. And what is this? What is this? All right. So these are skulls, eating plants. However, this is a skull of an elephant. Wow. Let's continue going. So this is a warthog. And is this a wild pig or a kind of a warthog? Fossil skull of Notocturosis pig. What is that? I don't know that. I don't know this kind of a pig. Then I've got also a different type, giant forest hog. But we have this in Kenya. I've never seen it. If you've seen it in Kenya, maybe in any part of the country that is in Kenya, tell me in the comment section. So let's go. So it continues getting interesting here. What is this? What are these? Let's see. So there is a human skull here. Wow. So there is all information. Human, Homo sapiens, binadamu. In Swahili, it's binadamu. And here we have got a chimpanzee. Almost got wrong pronunciation. So, but do we have this? I don't think we have this one in Kenya. Olive baboon. This one looks smaller. These are monkeys. This is a baboon. Wow. So these are all the information you need about this type of monkeys and baboon here. And we have got this one. Wow. Sokoke dog mongoose. So it looks like this. So Sokoke dog mongoose feeds on fruits, insects and birds. It is very rare, only living at Arabuko Sokoke forest in the coastal part of the coastal region of Kenya. So it is found in the coastal region of Kenya, this one. And then we go to, this is a hyena, and this is a jackal. This is a jackal, this is a hyena. They're all real, man. Real, all of them are real. Spotted hyena. Wow. And this serval cat. Wow, I've never seen this one. Carnivorous cat feeding on birds and small animals. It is related, a relative of other cats with well-developed carnassial teeth. It looks like a cheetah. What about this one? What is this? Now these are leopard. Now I know the difference. Leopard and a cheetah. The other one on the other side, it was a cheetah, and this one is a leopard here. Wow, but this one looks tough, man. It looks like that of a lion or a tiger or man, it is a real one, man. So the leopard is a stealthy killer or feeds prey, stalking mammals from bush or tree cover. Its spotted body color makes it difficult to notice in the bush. The leopard is a good climber of trees where it stores its food away from others. So there is chui, leopard, chui in Kiswahili. So the cheetah now is called duma in Swahili, but leopard is called chui in Swahili. And then we have got caracal. Caracal is a cat that specializes in eating birds, although it also eats small mammals. So here it is, man. Here is a king lion, man. So there is a beast. This one you don't joke with. And they are real, man. They've just been preserved here. Look at its head. Crazy. He's dead, but you get the chills. So these are heads of a buffalo, and these are the wild animals. Most of them, these are herbivores that you are able to see on this other side here, man. Wow. All these are herbivores, man. So these are porcupine and spiny mouse. Is this the one that they said it brought, it brought coronavirus? But this is not a real one. I can see it's almost like wood-like, but this one is a real one, straight one. African hedgehog. Wow. Wow. Man, so beautiful, man. These are horns. What is this? Stripped weasel. I've never seen this. And this is a crested rat. Wow. Wow. Looks like there's so many things that I've never seen in Kenya, man. This is amazing. All right, now let's move to the next place. This other side, I think, is mostly like the same, you know, our closest cousins. So there's a skull for chickens here, and there's a human here. Wow. All right, so let me show you around. So there's Australopithecus anensis, age 404.2 million years old. Man, so these bones are 4.2 million years old. Let's move to the next one. kenya.Anthropithecus. How many years? 3.5 million years. This one here. This one here. This one. And then you've got Australopithecus africanus, 2 to 3 million years old. And this one here, you know, from this, 2 to 3 million years old. And we move to the next one. This is Panthropus Ethiopithecus, black skull. How many years? 2.5 million. Then what about this one? The first humans, which are around 1.8 to 1.9 million years. This one's here. So these are Stone Age periods. 2.3 million years ago, they were using this. So all these, man, Stone Age. This is called Homo erectus. This one, man, we used to study this back in history. Homo erectus, even this one is a Homo erectus. Peking man, Homo erectus, around 500,000 to 300,000 years ago. This one, wow. So all these are the equipments they are using. This one, this is the Stone Age. Wow. Man, this still Homo erectus looks like this. Homo erectus. Wow. What is this? Homo heidelbergensis. Help me read that. Around 600,000 years ago. It was found in Asfo in 1976. This Homo named, I think they're doing some maintenance. So I'll just show you how the Homo heidelbergensis. So the Lana boy, Homo sapiens. So this is Homo sapiens, around 10,000 years to 8,000 years ago. This one here, the Lana boy. This was found around Lake Turkana in Kenya, East Africa. Wow. So these were equipment, but they were using very interesting. So this is how they look like. Hominins. They look like this, man. So these were ancestors, man. Subsistence strategies. Early hominins devised various ways to fully utilize available resources for their survival. These are Homo erectus, right? So they look like this. So this was their lives, man. Very interesting, man. Very interesting. Wow. So they look like this. So you can come to the Kenya Museum, East Africa, Kenya. You're going to find all this. Wow. Wow, look at this. The Paranthropus, we say, 1.7 million years old. So they look like this. So this is the up close of it. These are Homo erectus. Here's a skull of a Homo erectus, man. It looked like this. And this one is a Homo rhodophensis. Homo rhodophensis. How many years ago? 1.9 million years ago. Wow. And what about this one? This one is Homo habilis. This one is started back in primary school and also high school. Homo habilis. It looked like this, man. So what about this one? Wow. Which one is this? So they collected all these bones, man. The remains, man. Wow. So, wow. And look at this, man. This is a combo, Elosoni. How many years ago? 7,000. 7,000, really? I don't think so. 7,000. Hominid room. Okay. So here are the details for this one here. Wow, interesting. So this is the whole room of this, man. This is the whole room, man. It is in Kenya, and I never really knew that we have all this, man, here in Kenya. Quite interesting, man. Quite interesting. Now, let's go. On this other side, it's like the Kenyan gallery. So the Central Bank of Kenya governance, here they are. You can come here this first 50 years. So this like gives you a history of Kenya of those 50 years. Wow. And so this is the anniversary for Central Bank of Kenya from 1966 to 2016. So, and here are all banknotes of Kenya. These are 1,200. These are 150 shillings, 500 shillings. I've got the 5 shillings, 20 shillings, 10 shillings, and 50 cents. So those are our currencies here in Kenya. So these are old notes. Oh, let me show you. So these are the banknotes. Yeah, okay, let me start here. This during Uhuru Kenyatta, you know, the 4th president. And this one is during the Mwai Kibaki. And this ones here are during, you know, 2nd president Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi, and this one's here were during our 1st president Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, who was also our 1st prime minister. So that's it, man. There's much. So these are Queen Elizabeth II currencies during the pre-colonial period. So these were the currencies that were used when we were under the British protectorate. Or colonial period, let me say. So this during King George the Sixth. These are currencies that you are using here, and also the colonial currencies. You know, these were some of them here, at least you know, used in Kenya, the East African and Ugandan Protectorate. So this is how it looked like. So East African Protectorate was actually Kenya and Uganda. They were like one country. That's why when you look at the Kenyan history, most of our forefathers studied in Uganda, Makerere University, and did things, you know, together. Even that's why Kenyans, Ugandans sometimes do believe that, you know, part of Kenya was taken from the Ugandan side. So this is like our Kenyan gallery here. At the Kenya Museum, East Africa, Kenya. So that's it. I'll tell you about the prices or the fees that are charged at the end of the video. So let's continue going. So on this side is like the history of Kenya. So this is how it used to be back then. So all this, man, this is how life used to be before colonialists. This is how people used to dress. Look at this, man. So this is the Kenyan culture. This is soca musician from Western Kenya, Elgeyo woman, man, Somali man riding a horse. So horses were around Africa, you know, Kenya back then, Kamba women and children. Wow, Kisumu market. Back then, this Kisumu market is one of the, you know, cities in Kenya. Is a port city on the western side, Nyanza side of Kenya. Wow. These are the rifles, man, that were used, man, to take over Africa. These Captain Lugers, you know, And this is Colonel Mensa. I don't know how to read that name. Help me read this name. I don't know how to read that. This is William Mackinnon, man. It's very common in the Kenyan history, especially for those people who did history or social studies. In Kenya and East Africa is a very common person. Even there's a place in Kenya called Mackinnon on your way to the coastal region. So, these are ivory. Man, so all these men are pieces. This is a history of Kenya. This is a history of Kenya, man. Who is this? Swahili slave trader, Tipu Tip. Man, so these are people who sold Africans, man. Tipu Tip, renowned Swahili slave trader. Man, these were idiots who were selling brothers, man. Wow. St. Emmanuel Church, the second oldest church built by freed slaves in Freetown. Where is this? I don't know. Where is this, man? Is it in Kenya? In 1889. Wow, that is Zanzibar. This is how it used to be, man. Mbuzi. This is a Swahili coconut grater. Kukuna nazi. Oh, this is so interesting, man. So they saw the rifles that were used, man. What is this? This is a hand plow. Oh, this is how the plow used to be. It used to look like. Oh, man, that's interesting. Never knew that. Never knew that. Never knew that. So the Kenya White Islands prominent white settlers, Macmillan, Grogan, Egerton, and Delamere. So here are these people, man. So we start from the top there. This is Macmillan on the far left. Then we go to Grogan. Then this is Egerton here. And this is Delamere. Okay. Hey, man. These people have taken everything, man, from Kenyans. All right. Now what about these ones here? This Alibai Mullah Jivanji. Alibai Mullah Jivanji was born in Pakistan in 1856 and migrated to Kenya in 1890. He was a pioneer entrepreneur. Has got a very good reputation in Kenya, the Jivanji. Even there is a garden, a place in town called Jivanji Gardens. Wow. Settler house in Thika. So this is how they used to be, how settlers used to. They look like this. Steam plow used by European settlers to, conquer virgin African land. Some Indian administrators. There's Pehim Tula Harji, an Asian family outside their shop on Bazaar Street, Nairobi. Oh, so this is the bazaar, man, place. Used to be like this. Wow. Some of the foodstuffs are introduced by the Asian community. So these are foodstuffs introduced by Asian community. Indian container used to look like this. These are cash books and coins of the period. Oh, man. Oh, so these people used to call them rupias. This is the main street in the Indian Bazaar, Nairobi, 1904. Man, you can't believe, like right now, Nairobi CBD looks, it's totally different. This is the bazaar place. Right now, when you check, look like somewhere really different. So these are railway line, look like this. Wow, man. So this is how it used to be, man. So this is the railway line. Look at this. So this is during the construction. Mostly it was constructed by the Indians. That's how Indians came to Kenya. European control and local reaction. So this is the Bakuli helmet. Oh, this used during the World Wars. So these are Ainsworth, Charles Elliot, Francis Hall, Ole Sinteo, Lenana, Wango Makeri, Nabongo Mumia. So these were our Kenyan leaders back then during the pre-colonial period. These ones are the ones who collaborated, right? Yeah, the collaborators, traitors. All right, let's go. So the Building Missionary Church Society, Church in Mutiri, Friends Church Kaimosi, there it is, this Robai, this Kikuyu, this Kabete, this Taita here, this the men's school, coastal region, the Fort Hall Guard School. Man, Dr. Clive Irving, the doctor in First World War, who later settled in Kenya and founded the Chogoria Mission Hospital. Oh, never knew that. This memorial sculpture of Mombasa in memory of those who served and died in the First and Second World Wars. Okay. What is this? Colonial Government's Vehicle Registration Plate, OHMS, stands for On Her Majesty's Service. Oh, so this is how these idiots used to. Oh, man. All right. So who are these? Chief Elijah Bonyo, Chief Arab Tengecho, Chief Mateiku Njiru Ogle, Diswali Salim, Sir Robert Corindon, Sir Evelyn Baring, Senior Chief Ole Kundai. So all these pictures, man, all those men. Kenyan history has a lot to talk about them. So we move to the next one. These are Polaroid cameras. So the cameras that were used back then. Oh man, but they're nice. These are early type telephone. These are pesticide hand pump. It used to be like this. Okay, let me go to this one. This one is a rare gift from the war. The owner of the gramophone was a KAR soldier in the Second World War in 1939 to 1945. On his return home, he played music to the astonishment of his neighbors. He told them about music using it and an aid. It is powered by winding. It's like a clock. Oh, so this is powered by winding. Okay. So he is a gramophone, man. Has got a history, you know. So these are the King's African Rifles uniforms. So they used to dress in this, like this, man. Wow. So these have seen the Second World War. Wow, quite interesting, man. Quite interesting. Come and learn. Come to the museum here and learn a lot about this African history. So look at this African drum. This is the bow game board. It's an African board, and this one is the Asian immigrant wooden chest. It was used to keep jewelry, incense, and other important documents. There's the gramophone. His master's voice. Okay, tell the voice. Just remember that. So here, man, a lot of things to learn about, man. You can create time and come here. Wow. So here it is, the birth of the nation. So was this the chair that was sat here for the first time by Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, our first president of Kenya? Kenya achieved independence. Wow. So this chair's got a history, man. So this was used by the first president of Kenya. Wow. So here, the East African Standard. So these are back then how our magazines or newspapers used to look like. Wow. Look at this, man. Look at this. Can you see that chair just behind? So this chair was used by our first president, Jomo Kenyatta. Wow. A lot of history here, man. A lot of history here. Hats and machetes used by the Mau Mau. These were used by the Mau Mau. This is so interesting. So these were used by freedom fighters, the real heroes of Kenya. What about this one? Kikuyu, Embu, Meru passports. So this is how the passports used to look like. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Look at this, man. This is crazy. Man, there's a lot of history here. Man, the homemade guns. These guns were used by the Mau Mau freedom fighters. They were homemade, man. These people were geniuses, man. They're so clever of them. Wow. Homemade guns. They just made at home. Let me show you closely. Look at this. Man, these back then, man. Our forefathers were clever. They were able to make this What about right now? Why don't we start making weapons and exporting them to other countries? If they are able to make this one, like this time we should be able to advance, you know? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And what about this? What about this? This is a Field Marshal Dedan Kimathi's jacket. Oh, man. So here's the jacket used by Dedan Kimathi, man. Look here, man. This is a freedom fighter, man. Forefathers. He was captured in 1956. Here he is, man, our hero, man. Look at his dresses, man. He used to dress like this. This is his jacket, man. Wow. So this is the history of it. So if you get time, you can read this. You know, this is his pistol. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Field Marshal Dedan Kimathi's jacket, shorts, and pistol. So there are many of them here. It's not just one. It was made of leather, man. All this is leather. Now this history. Let me go back, man. Because this is our true hero, man. Wow. This guy was an OG, original gangster. There's the man to talk about, man. This is our hero, man. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. What are these? You can read it, man. You can see these titles given to Kenyans. It's not even history. Now let's continue. Let's look for something interesting. So this parts of the uniform of the National Youth Service, the NYS, look like this. I think this is back then, because right now they've got something different. So these are things that you can use. These are common in Kenya. What is this? Is this for Kipchoge Keino? I don't know. Let me read about it. There's no information about it. But let me assume so. So there's a basketry. What is inside here? Oh. This is something like a theater back then. Okay. Let's continue going. This history, man, there's a lot of history. There's a lot of history about Kenya, man. A lot. Let's go. So this is the Aga Khan Hall. So this is skull of a lion. This is just skulls for, wild animals, but they are real skulls, real ones. All these endangered species. This is Columbus monkey. Oh, endangered. How to pronounce that? Beekeeping and bee pollination exhibition coming soon. Oh, so this it's ready to become the bee exhibition coming soon. That is coming soon. See it there. So now we're getting out history of Kenya. So let's move to the next place. Man, there is a lot in this place, the Kenya Museum in Kenya. Like, I want to show you some of the cultures in Kenya in this museum. So let me show you. So, this, they're combs used for, beauty and, back then. This looks like, it's incense, oily incense from the coastal region. Fat container, this by the Ogiek people of the Rift Valley. This one is oil guard in Kutuya, Maguta, Tigania, Ameru. This Ameru people of Eastern Province. And this one is wood sandals. There's the coastal region, coast people know this. And Thai sandals, Akala, Luo, Nyanza. Even in the Western Kenya, the Maasai also use that. Akala. This is Zeze. This, entertainment, games, Ajua, Orbao. Wow. Musical instruments. All these are musical instruments. Games and entertainment. This Kiko used to smoke cigarette, different types of them. These are common almost every community, Busa, like Western Kenya, when you go to the Nyanza. So this is how people are enjoying their, the African beer. So this is the gourd that was used, or the pot that was used, you pour there some, the African beer, then you enjoy using these, straws. So look at that, man. This is the beauty of Africa, man. So let's keep moving. So for how do you find it? So there is something here too, what is this? This is a beehive. This is a beehive. The old type of beehives, the traditional African beehive. Look at this. Wow. Shell, the shell, sheep horn, magic stuff. Oh, so these are like the magic stuff used by the shaman or whatever sorcerer is a shaman. Sorcerer. So a lot of things, man. Wow. So this one, spiritual and healing. Oh, these ones here were used for the shrine. The Taraka shrine. These were used for the shrines. Look at it. This looks like an engine or something, like an old watch. And now this one is spiritual and healing. So these were used by the shamans. Wow. Look at this. Which community used this one? I need to know. Let me check. Those sandals. 17. Pair sandals, Salal. Ethno. Okay. Well, the ethno pair of sandals. Looks really nice. For that age, that is. What about this cape? Let me look for it here. Number 14. Where is number 14? Turban Dubo. Turban is a dubo. Okay. So let me show you. Slowly by slowly. Then I show you from the details, so that when you want to look at it, you can go. So the numbers are like this. And now let me move slowly so that you can pause, and if you want to see the details, you can look for it by yourself. So that's it, man. There's another one here. I think snuff containers. So here they are used, man. Snuffs, man. So these were the containers, man. Wow, so beautiful. All these things were found in Africa back then. It's not like they were brought by the colonialists only. They were here, man. So we move to the next one. Wow, this is interesting. So there's no details here, but these are for spiritual things used by the shamans or spiritual leaders. So these are part like a spiritual area used by, mask and vidonga. Let me show you. From that farthest end to this area, let me show you. I did not show you here properly. Look at this. So here were used by the shaman or spiritual leaders, mainly by the Miji Kenda from the coastal region. Mask and Vigonda, also this side. Wow, these were used by the Giriama people. There is a history about this one. It's also in the West African region. There is something about this mask, even this one. There is a history about this mask that it is a worldwide thing. Like, it is connected with celestial beings and so on and so on. Even this mask, I've seen it in West Africa. This one here. Tell me something. People who were watching this from the West Africa, they have got something, a history about these ones. Now, this is the real mask. Let me zoom it in. Can you be able to see? Even West Africans have got something like this. If you're West African watching this, tell me in the comment section. How does it relate? Or tell us more about, from your community, your understanding about this one. And this one is more modern. You know, this is how our ancestors used to be. Mababu and Wahenga. Ancestors. Wahenga. Ancestors. So these are all information. You can be able to read it slowly by slowly when you get time. Wow, 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 wow. That's wonderful now. Now let's move to the next one. Cycles of life. This talks about the cycles of life. Look at all these masks. They are very common, man. Very common. Mostly in African communities. I've forgotten something here. This is from the coastal region. Musical instruments. Oh, also the luos. I've seen marimba, I've seen zeze, I've seen all these, man. The African musical instruments. I don't know. I've never seen this one. What is this? But this is Njuga. This can also be found in the coastal region. This one here. All these were found in Africa, man. What is this? I don't know this one. What is this? Wow. Interesting. A lot to learn about Africa. So, here in Nairobi, Kenya, come and visit, man. There is a lot of things to learn about Africa. All this, man. We are in Nairobi National Museum in Nairobi, Kenya, East Africa, man. Come. When I come to the next country, I'll be visiting. I know this one. I've seen this one in Congo, Goma. I'll be going back there also. This is called Skudu. I hope it is the same. I think it is the same. Let me, number nine. Toy bicycle, Mithika. Oh, Kikuyu Central Province. Even in Congo, they have got something like this. Even in Congo. I saw it in Goma. Wow. So interesting, man. So interesting. A lot to learn about Africa. Man. These are more modern. So these let me give the recycled metal ornaments. Wow, it's normally like Mozambique. So this is from Mozambique. Wow, these are so nice, man. These are so nice. So nice. Wow. Beautiful Africa, man. Cycles of life. Wow, so this has got a meaning. It's not like it's just a doll or something to joke around with. There's something to learn. Cycles of life. Wow. Look at how our youth used to be back then. Amazing. Wow. These are shield. Maasai people use this. This is a shield for the Maasai people in East Africa, Kenya and Tanzania. This mostly looks like these things, man. Like where? Let's read it. Number 4. I want to look for number 4. Tiriki Luya, man. They hate this. It looks like the voodoo thing in West Africa. Yeah, man. It looks like the voodoo thing in West Africa. These are after circumcision. They're used by the Tiriki people in Western Kenya. What about this cape? Looks like that one for the Samburu. Masai or Samburu? Let me look for it. Number 1. Oh, it is by Maasai warriors. Rift Valley, May 20th, 1969. Wow. So that cape. Wow. It's so wonderful to learn about. What about this cape? This cape, let me look for it. Number 1, Maasai people, lion headgear. Oh, Orngantui. It's called Orngantui. Look at it. Hey, those warriors, man. It's no joke, man. It's no joke. Man, that was so wonderful, man. I've learned a lot about this place, man. And there is much to appreciate about the African culture when you come at this place. So when you get time, come visit, come experience. Because it's by learning is when you're going to, appreciate the African culture, man. Here in Kenya, Africa, East Africa, Nairobi Museum, located in Nairobi, Kenya, just like 2 kilometers, like a 3-minute drive from Nairobi CBD, so it's very close at Museum Hill. So a lot to learn here about the African culture, man. So I think I've covered much about this. What are this? These are scarves and apons. Man, look at this, man. They were there, man. Look at how beautiful it is, man. So these were there, man. Back then, they were there, skirts and aprons. Man, Kenyan communities cover their bodies with different types of skirts. Man, they're using leather, animal skins, tree barks, leaves, and beads. So all these that you see right now trending in the musical industry, they were used back then. Like you can see big superstars using this right now. They were used. It's nothing new, man. They're all copying it from Africa. Look at this. This is what you see, man. This is what you see, man. Like, for example, this one here. This one here. This one here. Almost everything here. It's used right now for art, like especially in the music, in the movies, Wakanda. So there is the beadwork here. You can read all this information if you got time. Go slowly by slowly. So all these are beads by Maasai people. Like beads are worn like with every community, almost every community in Kenya. It's not only the Maasai, though here they say this is Maasai, but in East Africa, not just East Africa, even African countries, other Kamba, whatever, all of them use the beads. Wow, this is so wonderful. So I am in the upper side of this place. A lot of things to learn about. Wow. So these Kenyan communities, these are Pokot, these are Pokomo, you know, Pokot, these are Pokomo, these are Rendile, these are Turkana, these are Embu, these are Luo, these are Merile, Gala people used to dress like that. Gala, still Gala. These are Maasai. These are Rendile, Pokot, Taraka. This one is Taraka. So there's a lot to learn about this place. Wow. These are Tiriki. Used to dress. They dress like West Africans. There's a tribe, the Voodoo people, man. Wow. These are Soha people, man. Imenti people of Kenya is more of an Arab, a Swad, Lamu people. Bajuni. This is a Bajuni flute. Wow. This is how the Kikuyu people used to dress. These are Elgeyo. Wow. These are Kuria people used to dress like this. Almost the same. Samburu. These are Samia people used to dress like this. Kuria people used to dress like this. Shirazi. And Nandi people. Maasai. These are Nandi people also used to dress like this. Amazing, man. Amazing things to learn here in Nairobi, Kenya Museum. So, how do you find it so far, man? My name's Mtala the Voice. For those watching for the first time, I do travel videos, man. So, let's continue walking and experiencing.